It's a big day in the world of sports and in the cricket. Indian cricket has seen many good days over the last decade, but the wait for a global title has been long. On Sunday, Rohit Sharma and his team have the chance to add more sheen to an unprecedented campaign when they take on record five-time world champions Australia in the World Cup final. Never before has an Indian cricket side been as ruthless, dominant and consistent at the world stage. And never before has an Indian team won 10 straight one-day internationals. Teams have won world champions with far lesser panache. The batting masterclass against New Zealand in the semis showed India have overcome the stage fright that had plagued them over the last decade. Sunday is going to be, which is today, is going to be an overload of noise and hype. And for this team, it is that cliche, just another game approach.
They've won 8 out of 8, the last 8 games that they've played, and they played it really well. So it's going to be a good contest. You know, both teams obviously, both teams deserve to be at this stage playing the finals, and we do understand the importance of what Australia can do. You know, they are a very complete side, and for us again, what is important is to focus on what we want to do as a team.
Gone is that timid team which bowed out meekly in the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup last year. Captain Rohit Sharma's ploy of going hard at the top has been a game changer and has enabled the middle order to take advantage of familiar conditions. The injury to Hardik Pandya didn't set India back as expected. It allowed them to find their best combination, with Mohammad Shami going from support cast to the main act. Australia are to be respected, but it's India now who have the swagger and aura that once defined the Australian team.
नहीं देखिए इमोशनली बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है, बहुत बड़ा ओकेजन है.
Emotionally, it's a big occasion, without a doubt. All the hard work is for this stage, to play a final of a World Cup. Professional athletes have to keep this aside and focus on the task at hand. Focus of the 10 players is on their roles and not on the occasion. You can't escape the situation, but we have to stay calm and composed to deliver for the team. For me, I wanted to play this stage as a child, and for me, this is my biggest moment.
And we are now being joined by our sports editor, Digvijay Singh Deo, who is in Ahmedabad for the big clash. Digvijay, big day in the world of sports today, and for India after 45 days and 47 matches, the 2023 ODI World Cup comes down to this, India versus Australia. How's the mood there?
Well, sometimes, Aditi, one shouldn't talk much and one should just step out of the frame so that you can see the sea of blue. Just behind me is this the Motera Stadium metro station. This is the preferred mode of travel today. Obviously, with so many people coming here, the security is tight and all the roads are blocked. But it's 10 in the morning. It's 10 India time right now. The match starts only at 2, but it's already a sea of blue over here, and sometimes you just have to enjoy the atmosphere. Lots of India flags, you know, people trying to get their cheeks painted in India colors. I sadly haven't seen too many Australian fans at the moment, but for Indian cricket fans, this is a big day. They waited for this for a long time. And when this World Cup sort of was announced, the dates were announced, the venue was announced, the grandest stage possible, the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, more than 130,000 people are going to be here. And they've got the dream match. They've got India in the final. And it's Australia, two teams who over the last 20 years have sort of jostled with each other for that tag of the preeminent team in world cricket. So I'm just going to borrow a cliche. It doesn't get bigger than this.
It is a dream match, like you pointed out rightly. In fact, clash of the titans, I would say. Now, Digvijay, tell me that India has been unanimously dominant in this World Cup, not having lost a single match. And Australia rarely carries the label of an underdog. But this World Cup, after kicking off on a not very smooth start, eventually picking up momentum, what comes to mind is the team with 5 World Cup victories is going to eye the World Cup trophy against India with 2 World Cup trophies. Now, does this ratio tell you something? Do we expect the unexpected today?
Well, it's a game of cricket. It's just a 100-over contest, 50 over the side. Anything can happen. Let's be fair. Let's just take you back to the 2022 FIFA World Cup final in Doha. Remember? Messi, Mbappe, grand final, 3-3 went to penalty shootouts. I'm not saying we hope to see a super over like we saw in the last World Cup final in 2019 at Lord's, but these Indian fans who are here, they want to see a contest, they want to see an Indian win. For someone who are trying to stay neutral like me, we want to see a contest. But Pat Cummins, the Australian captain, I was there for his media interaction yesterday morning, and he said, we have not played our best, but we've still managed to win games. That gives us added confidence. And he said, we have players in this team who won big matches. Remember, they beat India in the World Test Championship final a couple of months ago. They won the T20 World Cup in 2021. And 6 members of this team, including Pat Cummins, were part of the squad that won the 2015 World Cup. Rohit Sharma had a completely different argument. Rohit Sharma, the Indian captain, saying, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. It's about how you're playing at the moment. It's how you adapt to situations in the middle. And he says this Indian team has played so well just because they've been given clarity of roles, they know what to do, and they've sort of managed to withstand the pressure. He said, if you're an Indian cricket fan, every match is a World Cup final, because nowhere in the world is there so much scrutiny of a team. He said, you walk through the airport, people are saying, score a 200. You walk through the hotels, people shouting out, oh, you know what? Win the World Cup. He says no other country does that happen. And I have with me lots of, you can see behind me Indian fans coming in for the match, but I have some Indian fans here with me as well, Aditi. And I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to ask them what makes coming to this arena so special. Some of them are from Hyderabad, the southern Indian city of Hyderabad. They're actually from Bengaluru. And Bengaluru is the city of Rahul Dravid, who is the coach of the Indian team. So their banner has Love Dravid and Rohit, who's obviously the captain, and the entire Indian team. You were telling me that you were here for the India-Pakistan game as well.
Yes.
How lucky do you consider yourselves to be able to get a ticket for this game?
We are humbled and, cannot wait to watch history being made today. And India's team has done so well, won all the 10 matches, and we are going to win the 11th match here. So,
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Definitely. And, all the team, entire team has put in so much of hard work, discipline, and they have made us proud, so proud. And we are going to be super. Look at the stadium here. It's already at 10 o'clock. It's so electrifying. And we are literally being, I feel blessed to be here.
Okay, you feel blessed, sir. You are an engineer. Your son is a doctor. But it's a World Cup final. Where are the yellows? Where are the Australians? So it's just going to be a sea of blue?
It's going to be a sea of blue. No yellows. I think even there are Australian fans. I think they will also cheer for India. I mean, Indian team is I think one of the best teams that I've seen in my entire, my existence. So India will win today.
That's the sentiment. India will win. But I like the fact that you've got this for the entire Indian team, because there's obviously Virat Kohli has scored the runs. Rohit Sharma has been very crucial for India at the top as well. As Indian cricket fans, do you get behind sort of the entire team? And is that what has impressed you, that this team has sort of played outstandingly? Almost every player in this team, when they've got an opportunity, they've sort of come good.
Yeah, I mean, credit goes to Dravid and the selectors for creating such a well-balanced team. I think everyone has hit form at the right time. They played good cricket before the World Cup. They got all the practice done. And they've been so dominant. I mean, credit goes to Jadeja also for being that all-rounder which sticks the team together. Everyone playing their separate roles, to perfection. And I think, this is the most dominant Indian team we've ever seen. Especially for me, India versus Australia is the biggest rivalry in the world. This is the biggest game in the world. So the stage has been set, and they have to prove that they're the most dominant team ever. And I think they're going to do it with the win tonight.
I think that's important, Aditi. The fact that Australia have sort of been the most dominant team, without a doubt, over the last 20-25 years in world cricket. India have done the hard bits. You know, they've reached semi-finals, they've reached finals of the Champions Trophy 2017. They perhaps have been the most consistent team, but that big trophy was lacking. If India win this, then they sort of displace Australia from that pedestal of being the best team out there. And from a neutral point of view, sort of we've covered this World Cup extensively, not just India games, but every game with our cricket expert, Dav Watmore, who's won a World Cup with Sri Lanka. And we sort of seen the champion team in India sort of engage all teams, sort of respond to situations, and it's just about one more game for them. Australia, on the other hand, have a legacy to protect. That's what I'm looking forward to. This is going to be a clash of cultures, a clash of cricketing sort of ecosystems, and may the best team win.